In this video, I want to talk about some basic tips and advice for using worksheets in your Excel workbook. When I originally was creating this file, I was thinking about some videos I wanted to create in the future for formulas and some other things. And as I was thinking about, oh, I need to duplicate the sheet, I thought, hey, this is a good opportunity to talk about worksheets and just some small things you can do with it. So let's go ahead and jump in. I've already populated the sheet that opened up when Excel began, and maybe there's some more things I want to do. Maybe the store A through D is for region 1, and I want to create a new sheet that deals with region 2. It's as simple as clicking the plus down here in the bottom, and notice that when I click it, it opens up a brand new blank worksheet, and I could do that as many times as I need to. Maybe this time I clicked it too many times. I don't really need 3 worksheets, and I need to delete one. That's simple. All you need to do is just right click the sheet you no longer want and click delete, and it disappears from the workbook. One thing that can be nice and convenient is, I keyed in all this information in sheet 1, and I've used it for a while, and you know what? The information is not really that relevant anymore. I can move this to the back of my workbook by just clicking this tab here and just moving it to the right. And if you look closely, right above sheet 2 at the end, you can see a little black caret showing where it's going to be placed. And so now sheet 2 is my first worksheet in the workbook. I'm going to go ahead and move that back. But that's a good way to prioritize some of your worksheets. This information here, I want to use this again. I know I'm going to use the information that I keyed in here in a future video. And so what I'm going to do is duplicate this worksheet so that I have the original information, and should I make changes to worksheet 1, it's not going to matter because I always have the original. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to right click the worksheet, and I'm going to go ahead and click move or copy. Now it's going to default to book on what you're working in. If I wanted to move this to a brand new Excel sheet or even a different workbook, I could do that by just clicking here, and anything that's open or new, it'll give me those options. But what I want to do is click create copy, and I have sheet 1 selected, so it's going to place it to the left of sheet 1. Now, sheet 1 in parentheses 2 is not really a great name for what we're doing here, and I can rename my worksheet. So if I double click with my left click button, I enter into the ability to name it, or if I right click here, I can also click rename, and it allows me to rename the worksheet. I'm going to go ahead and call it template, just because it's going to be what I use for the future. And I don't really need this visible. It's not something I need part of my everyday visual for this workbook. So I'm going to actually hide it. And I can do that by right clicking the tab here, and I'm going to click hide. And it disappears. Now it's not deleted. I can still go back and find this by simply right clicking one of my sheets and clicking unhide, and it gives me this window here. The only hidden sheet is template, but if there was a list of sheets, it would list everything here. If I click on hide, notice it reappears. Now some people might ask, really, you just wanted to hide the sheet, why didn't you just delete it? I know really advanced Excel users who use hidden sheets to hide their named ranges. They want their named ranges available for complex formulas they're using, and it's just an easy way to store that information. I know other people who use hidden worksheets to run complex formulas in the background so that people who might have access to the file don't mess up their work. And so hiding worksheets is a great way to hide information that maybe you don't want everybody to see or you don't need at that time. And then the last thing I want to talk about as far as sheets is just adding color to your worksheet. So worksheet here, sheet 1 and sheet 2, nothing really that pops out about it, just looking at it, there's nothing special. But what I could do is code, maybe have a color code system, and I can color this worksheet to be a different color. So if I right click here and click tab color, it gives me my theme colors and it gives me my standard colors, and I can change the color just by selecting a color, and now that sheet is green. You also have more tab colors here, and the more colors here you can choose from this, or even key in custom color